Hey there, it's Mike here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a video that I found called Making 378,000 a year as a Fiverr freelancer. Now, this is like really exciting for me because I personally made money on Fiverr. I did about $500 a month for a couple months a few years ago. So I know that you can actually make money on it. I didn't really try that hard. I had an article rewriting gig where I was just taking articles that people wanted me to rewrite and making them into unique content. And people were paying me $5 to do that. And I could have potentially gone and made this into a bigger business, but of course, I do my YouTube channel instead. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at this video, and I just want to see how this woman is making $378,000 a year as a freelancer on Fiverr. If she can do this, why can't other people do it as well? Let's go ahead and hit that like button and take a look inside.
I doubled my income overnight, and that was crazy to me. At 24, 25, making 14 or 15K per month is insane. You're
I couldn't imagine making $14,000 at like 24. I wouldn't have known what to do with that money. And look, she's got a nice Jeep. That's what she's doing.
not even emotionally prepared for it yet. My name is Alex Fasulo. I'm 28 years old, and I make $378,000 per year as a freelance writer on Fiverr.com.
I'm very curious how much of the writing that she does herself, how much of it she's actually outsourcing now. If she's making that kind of money, I really doubt that she's sitting down at her computer writing everything. Like, has she turned this into a business where she's actually paying other people to do it? Really curious about how she does this.
I lived in New York City for the past 6 years, and I now live in Florida.
She probably lives in Florida for the tax benefits, and the cost of living is a lot less there. Okay, so it says she primarily ghostwrites ebooks and blog posts. So I wonder what niche she's writing in. Probably something to do with finance, but we'll see. $1,000 for a 10,000 word ebook. It's pretty good. So guys, don't forget, just because it's called Fiverr doesn't mean everything's $5. There's people charging lots of money on there.
My clients vary beyond what you can imagine.
She writes a book in 2 days. So she's getting paid $500 a day to write. It's pretty good.
From large corporations that you've heard of down to entrepreneurs or influencers or people who manage their influencing dog on Instagram. I've written ebooks for quite a few dogs.
Dog ebooks? People have ebooks for dogs? I don't understand that. Would you ever think that you'd make money writing ebooks for dogs?
I've been able to take 60 hours worth of work and kind of squish it down to 40 hours because I kind of have my system down so well.
Up in New York. Okay, so she landed a job in NYC after applying for over 200. So apparently the job market's really competitive there. So she just created her own job.
I accepted this PR job that paid $36,000 per year. I felt so out of place. I was so unhappy, and I was crying on my keyboard that I quit. And I don't normally quit things. And that Monday when I was supposed to go into work, I just couldn't.
I know what it's like. I used to teach English and I hated it. Really, it was awful. I did it because it allowed me to live overseas. I lived in Prague, teaching English, and that was my primarily form of income, but I didn't like it at all. Only 4 weeks after she quit it.
I could not go back into that place. It was the darkest I had ever felt. I only had enough money in my bank account to cover my bills for 3 months.
You can't live in New York on that kind of money. That's just way. I mean, she wasn't in the city, I guess, but still, Albany is living on that kind of an income is not going to be fun.
So I was thinking, oh my gosh, if I have to go through this same process again, only to get a job that I again hate, I can't keep going through this cycle. Something needs to change. After a few days, I had interest on my press release gig, and I was charging $15 for that.
A lot of people charge low in the beginning to build up their reputation. And that's the thing with Fiverr. If you want to make money on Fiverr, you need to start out by building a reputation up. And then you get these repeat buyers coming in, leaving you feedback. And then Fiverr's going to start recommending you more. And that's how kind of the ball starts rolling with Fiverr.
And just that interest alone was enough to almost kind of light a fire in me and see, okay, I am capable of earning $15, $20 a day. Well, what if I could earn $50 a day?
That hair too. I mean, they've got the thumbnail over here where it stands out. I wonder if she uses that as kind of a way of standing out on Fiverr as well. If she kind of uses her personality to make her brand recognition known.
What if I could earn $100 a day? Now I'm making $3,000 per month and I can cover all of my bills. That first week on Fiverr, I started to discover that I was capable of earning money on my own without anyone telling me what to do, which means each passing day, the idea of applying to another job just vanished. It just disappeared into thin air.
Okay, she's working 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. So this isn't some kind of passive income thing where you just sit down and push a button and make money with it. I mean, she got herself a job, but a job that pays very well. She was able to support herself from Fiverr and a few social media clients by April 2016. Cool.
I think I cried. I realized I can cover my bills with this. Like, I don't have to go back to a corporate job.
I mean, that's the thing. The first thing you want to be able to do is be able to cover your necessities. So if you can pay your bills, if you can pay for your food, you can pay your rent or your mortgage or whatever, then you can build on top of that. And that pressure of not having to go to work and then go home and work on your side gig, like this is something anyone could do. Anyone who wants to write articles, I truly believe Fiverr is a great place. Fiverr Pro, interesting.
After about a year of hitting it really hard on Fiverr, I opened way more services. I think I had like 12 or 13 gigs at the time. I was ranked level 2 on the site, and the site has these levels that allow you to charge more as you advance through them. Fiverr, the company, actually reached out to me and asked me to come meet them to film a commercial in Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
Well, that's nice. She got more exposure here. She's the pro level. I mean, if she's putting in work, she's taking care of her business, she's making sure she's getting good testimonials, it pays off.
Up until January 2018, I was making around 6 to 8K per month, which is incredible.
That's still a lot of money. Yeah, 6 to 8K a month is great.
Of course. But it was January into February 2018 when I was launched into the double digit realm, meaning I was making 13K, 14K, 15K. Which was essentially I doubled my income overnight, and that was crazy to me. In 2017, I made $63,000.
63. I mean, she just started. She made 63. That's almost double what she was making at her normal job.
That year. And in 2018, I jumped to making $273,000,
Whoa, that's a huge jump.
which was the craziest jump you could ever imagine. It took me a couple years to accept that I was making that money. The only thing that I would say I started to spend more on to treat myself was travel experiences and music festivals. I'm pretty sure if a financial planner sat down with me, they would be disgusted by me and my management of my money. But my strategy is just basically if I know I'm making like 15 to 20K, I kind of just in my head try and make sure I'm saving at least 50% of it.
That's the thing. If you can save that money, that you get used to. The thing with making more money is you start getting used to making more money. It's happened to me as well, and you just keep on updating your life. And I'm guilty of it also. We were living in a smaller house. We bought a bigger house. It's like easy to kind of adjust to that money that you're making, but it's good. She's saving 50% of it. That's smart. 100,000 in her retirement account. It's a little bit low. I'm surprised she doesn't have more than that if she's making that kind of money. Maybe she's got it in other investment accounts, but she's also really young. I mean, if I didn't have $100,000 in my account when I was, what, 28?
This year, I'm definitely going to contribute less to my retirement, but I already know my accountant is going to tell me that I should still contribute something because it helps with my taxable income. I can hear them now. So I think like most entrepreneurs, I have a problem with having my money like locked up in accounts. It's just not how my brain works. I kind of like to have it at my disposal. So if I come up with some like project or real estate investment I want to do, I can just grab it.
That's the problem. If you put it in some kind of like a solo 401k or something, she's not going to be able to touch it until she's, what, 59 and a half. So it does lock that money up, but it also makes it so you don't spend it.
I use a CPA, like an accountant, hands down. Costs like $1,200. It's worth it to me.
Oh, it's nice. See, I told you, Florida. She lives in Florida because she doesn't pay state income tax. $387 a month for health insurance. Is that high or low? Seems low. $1,000 a year for dental. Is that high? It seems pretty high.
When you're
2,000 a month for one person on food, that's a lot of
in a
money.
city like New York, it's very easy to go somewhere. You can drop $200 on dinner. And I think it kind of contributed to my desire to move out of New York City, which I am now in Florida. And my food and drinks is probably down to $500. It's not even close to what it was in New York City.
Ooh, she bought a Jeep Wrangler, 50,000 cash. She's making a lot of money. She deserves it.
I wanted to still be mobile and not reliant on flights to go travel and see our country.
2020 was her biggest year so far. So during the pandemic, writing at home, her income looks like it wasn't affected.
The craziest thing happened because while so many people were losing their jobs and so many businesses were going out of business, so many people were coming online to start selling products and services because that was the only way they were going to make contact with other human beings. So they needed someone like a copywriter to help them fill their website, their blog, their social media posts, which led me to having my biggest month that I have ever had on Fiverr in May 2020. I made over $36,000 that month, which
Wow, $36,000 in a month. I mean, it's almost her car and her Jeep.
was insane. And it was so weird to have that happening while there was so much bad.
Everyone watching this right now, if you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'd love to make money online, go to Fiverr and start a Fiverr gig right now. There's nothing stopping you. So like, shut this video off, stop, or watch it later. Make sure you like it before you do that. Go off and start a Fiverr gig and start writing. I mean, if you don't have to be an amazing article writer to write on Fiverr, go do it.
Happening in the world at the same time. It was a very weird and conflicting feeling.
Okay, here we go. She's got additional income from online courses, Shopify, and private clients. She's probably teaching people how to make money on Fiverr now. She lent her mom money to buy a house. That was nice of her. She's helping her parents.
I said to her, hey, I have $350K chilling in my bank account. You want me to get this house and you can pay me back when you sell the Albany house? And she said, yeah, I mean, sure. So we kind of just, made a collective decision. I don't know, my family, we're old school. I guess we share our resources and everything. For this house, my mom put down the $20,000 down payment, and then I paid the rest, which was $287,000, and we transferred the money out of my bank account to the seller. And in full, paid in cash, paid off. So I was never
Really nice of her. It's very generous, and I mean, you make the money. You decide what you want to do with it.
really scared, but it was definitely very new for me the last 2 months to live with having 20 to 30K in my bank account instead of 300K. That's gonna make me sound full of myself, but I just become very used to having a lot of money in my bank account because I've been saving it.
January, her mom sold the house in Albany and paid Alex back in full. Okay, so she got her money back. Gonna buy her own real estate in Florida. Smart.
This first property I want to buy in Southwest Florida, it's cheap because it's only a 1-2 bedroom, tiny little thing. So I'm actually thinking of buying 2 of them right off the bat. One of them I would immediately start to rent out on Airbnb, and then the other one I would use for myself / a filming studio, because right now I don't have one and I definitely want one set up, so I'm more inclined to do YouTube content.
She's doing the right thing. I mean, she's building on top of her business. I mean, who knows if she's going to be making that kind of money forever. So she's diversifying. She's building investment income. She's doing the right thing.
And everything I keep putting off. But until I buy that second one, I will, live in the first one.
Yeah.
I want to eventually quit Fiverr just because I'm, again, like that classic entrepreneurial type where I get bored.
She wants to quit Fiverr. Interesting. If I were her, I would do it for a few more years.
And I would love to transition more into a full-time educator with everything that I've learned and kind of phase away from actually writing the blogs and move more into a role where I'm helping people write blogs. I think 22-year-old me, working a job I hated in New York City, making $36,000 per year, I could not in my wildest dreams have imagined that this would be me at 28. Not for a second did I ever think this would be where I am. I did not dream that big.
She didn't think it was going to happen, but she took action and she worked her butt off. So it's incredible. And she's very open about how much she makes. People love seeing that kind of stuff. I used to do income reports all the time. and I scaled them back a little bit. I might do them again in the future, who knows? But people love seeing that.
Women get treated much differently than men if they're posting about the money they earn. On TikTok, if I post a video showing my receipts, as Gen Z says, the comments are flooded with men saying, no, you don't, you know, calling me mean terms, sexual terms, or saying, oh, she made it on OnlyFans. I definitely noticed a huge pushback being a woman, and I've had all sorts of people write to me and say it's very unbecoming as a woman that you post that money. You know, you should keep your mouth shut about it.
I mean, if I think it's definitely if she's posting about it and sharing with it, it's going to be like it's going to help other people know that what's really possible and what can really be made on Fiverr. I mean, she shows it didn't happen overnight; it happened like gradually. I think it's great.
So it's definitely hard being a woman doing this, but I think it's also forced me to develop thicker skin. Hey guys, I'm gonna give you my top 5 time management tips that help me churn
You're doing a great job building up a social media presence, though. That's great.
out a ton of work every day. Got a lot of love too, and I discovered that there's so many people out there that do want to freelance. They don't hate me for it, and they want to learn from me, and they want to learn what I know. Being transparent with what I am earning has earned these people's trust and showed them it is possible. A girl from a farm in upstate New York did it, I can do it too.
Awesome. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, making $378,000 a year as a Fiverr freelancer. If she can do it, why can't you? What are you waiting for? Go out there and start your own Fiverr business right now. And please, if you can, it really helps out my channel. Like this video, it really helps, and hit that subscribe button if you want more videos like this and daily reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Thanks.